So where do you go from something like that? Well, how about some memories of laughter and awe at sports excellence and contributions to most of our lives. Our next honoree shared his joy and selflessness, his sportsmanship and humor with millions around the world. I even got a chance to share a stage with him when we did the Christmas Carol together. Who am I talking about? Just watch.
He sees something.
In that movie house that day, I saw something that nobody saw but me. I saw these guys passing the ball behind their back. I saw Marcus Haynes sliding on the floor, dribbling. I saw Sweetwater Clifton. I saw Goose Tatum, Rookie Brown. I don't know why these kids, those other kids that were with me, didn't see what I saw. I saw my future.
The Harlem Globetrotters, of course, have won and very justly great fame in the field of basketball as a sport, but they're also known as the goodwill ambassadors of sports. They've, in their way, as they played the sport and demonstrated their skills, represented our country far and wide. I'd like you individually to take a bow, if you will, as I say your name, so you can all meet the Harlem Globetrotters, who are our guests. Meadowlark Lemon.
Meadowlark Lemon.
Meadowlark Lemon.
Meadowlark Lemon.
After that last game, we went to the bus station, and we had to go around the back. And there's a little window that we could order our sandwiches. And since I was in the front, I got out the bus first, and this car pulled right around in front of the bus. And this man jumped out of this car, and he had this little blonde girl. And she leaped from his arms into my arms and started hugging and kissing me. And he started boo-hooing. And he said, Meadowlark, my daughter has never laughed like this before. And now she's dying of a rare disease. He's crying, I'm crying, and she's just loving on me. She didn't see color. She saw joy. And that's been my signature.
This was a special day honoring a man who did so much good for this community and helped inspire the homeless as well.
It was a big day here at St. Vincent de Paul as many community members and several celebrities came here to dedicate this basketball court to the one and only Meadowlark Lemon.
We get to celebrate special people in our lives, and Meadowlark was one of those special people. I know we're the newer generation of Globetrotters, but we wouldn't be here without him and everything that he's brought.
On December 27, 2015, the night before flying to Chicago to reunite with the Globetrotters for the first time in over 2 decades, Meadowlark passed away. His death shocked the world and reminded us of how much we miss the laughs, the antics, and the contagious smile of one of the most famous basketball players in history.
The Meadowlark Lemon Legacy Foundation was formed in 2016 by Meadowlark's wife, Dr. Cynthia Lemon, and his daughter, Crystal Joy Lemon, for the purpose of serving at-risk youth by donating and refurbishing outdoor basketball courts in inner cities and Native American Indian reservations. In honor of Meadowlark's life mission, the foundation will carry on his legacy of bringing joy, hope, and laughter to underserved youth all over the United States.
Here to receive the award from Meadowlark Lemon, who receives this award posthumously, his wife, Mrs. Cynthia Lemon, and daughter, Crystal Joy Lemon.
Well, it's a wonderful honor to be here, and I really wish. It's been 15 months, and I really wish Meadowlark was here accepting this award. And because he's not, I'm honored to be here with my daughter Crystal to do it for him. And we have, as the video showed, we've started the Meadowlark Lemon Legacy Foundation with many of Meadowlark's friends who are in support of the foundation. And what we're doing is putting in Meadowlark Lemon Legacy basketball courts like the one that you saw in the video. The first one was dedicated on his birthday last year, April 25th. She would have been 84 years old. This year, on April 25th, his 85th birthday, we will be launching the Meadowlark Lemon Legacy Foundation officially. And I wanted to share with you why we decided that that was such a wonderful way to carry on his legacy. And I want to read to you something that he was able to leave with us, his philosophy and the way that he lived his life. He was so much more than an athlete, although he was a wonderful athlete and his skills are appreciated. But he also had a wonderful way of living his life and definitely living the golden rule. And he also, in living the golden rule, had great opportunities almost on a daily basis to live in forgiveness and unconditional love to those around him as he traveled throughout the world. And so he wrote a book just before, a couple years before he died. And in the book, it's called Trust Your Next Shot, How to Live a Life of Joy. And he split it into two sections like a basketball game. He often said that life's most meaningless statistic is the halftime score. And he wanted everyone to know that aside from the first part of the book is his basketball skills, the second and how he became a basketball player. And the second half of the book is what he learned along the way. But when Meadowlark was 11 years old, he saw the Globetrotters for the first time in his hometown in a theater. And he knew right then that he wanted to be a basketball player. But he didn't have a basketball, and back in that time, there wasn't an NBA. So he didn't have a basketball, he didn't have a place to play. So he ran home and he found an onion sack, a coat hanger, a hammer and nails, and that was what he used to cut the bottom out of the onion sack and make a basket. He made the net. He used the clothes hanger to make the hoop. He took the hammer and nails. He went to the neighbor's house and hung that up on a tree. He climbed up in the tree and used that hammer and nail to make his first basketball net. And he needed a ball, so he looked in the trash and found a carnation milk can. And that is what he used for a very long time. That was the start of what he used to practice, and that was the start of his basketball career. And so he always wanted to make sure that wherever he went, when he did basketball camps and clinics, he always wanted to know where the kids were playing basketball at. He wanted to make sure that they all had balls and to use on the courts. And he also knew that as an at 11 years old, he made the decision of what he was going to do for his life. So he knew how important it was to treat kids with honor and to help them get to where that they would be in the future. And so with these basketball courts, not only are we providing a place for the children and families to play basketball, but we also want to have Camp Meadowlarks and other activities at these courts to bring not only the skill of basketball, but to get Meadowlark's message in their hands and make sure that they also know that it's character that counts, not just the skills that you have. So what I like to do is read to you how Meadowlark ended his book, and I think what he would like to say to those of you that are here, and he would be so honored to receive an award like this because he always thought that basketball and being known around the world was actually a way that the door opened for him to go in and do good things. And also the reason why he loved the Indian reservations so much is when he first went on the reservations decades ago, he saw the children using rocks for basketballs. And he said, that's not going to happen anymore, not as long as I'm around. And wherever he would go on the reservations, he would take the red, white, and blue basketballs and he would autograph them for the children before he left. On this one occasion, one little boy was standing there waiting for his ball, the last boy, and there were no more basketballs. And Meadowlark said, I'll be right back. And he drove 70 miles to the nearest store where he could buy that little boy a basketball. And 70 miles back, that little boy was still there, and Meadowlark autographed that ball for him. And I didn't hear that story until after Meadowlark passed. And he didn't even share it with me because that's just what he did. He would not leave a child with a need if he knew he could fulfill it. And that is the golden rule. So the way Meadowlark ended his book, and what I would think that he would like to say to you if he were standing here, you know, I bet nobody ever remembered the final score of a Globetrotters game. If 10,000 people came to a Globetrotter game, I bet not even 10 of them could tell you what the actual score of the game is, because it simply didn't matter. It's the joy that counts in life, not the points, not the things, not the stuff. Be excited about your future. You're going to spend the rest of your life there. The common denominator for all mankind is that we all get 24 hours in a day, just like everyone else. What you do with that time is up to you, so choose well. Don't worry about the final score. God is on his throne. The best is yet to come. And isn't this the ultimate score? God won, you won. A one-on-one relationship with our Creator for all eternity. I wish you all joy, my friends.
Let's do it so Meadowlark can hear her.